Thank you so much for staying tuned. Just joining us right now to introduce him before we started the first discussion segment. Political analyst, a very vibrant youth. Look at first commentator, join me to welcome Comrade Sosa Moegbe. Welcome to TMI Sunday's edition.
Thank you, Wisin, for having me. Thank you, viewers and listeners everywhere.
And I still have Apostle Alfred and Fosa Innocent with us in the studio. Since you're just joining us, I want to start off with you. And I'm going to go straight. Now, I asked Apostle Alfred about the alleged perceived act that might just play out in the PDP. The governor, if he's not satisfied with the outcome of the primaries, he might just turn into a wiki right now in court. And he said everyone should be careful and should have conscience because God is watching and all of that, okay? There should be peace in the party. I'm going to do the same question actually because from the grapevine, they are saying that there is this real power tussle between a very prominent APC member, POI, let's not mention him right now, and a very strong man also from the north that is among the national or let's say local screening committee, Senator Adams Aliyu Shomole, that if somewhere along the line that POI doesn't have his way, he may just be the weaker in the party. Take it up from there.
Well, the man POI, that is Pastor Osage Ezeyamo, is a very well-known person.
Don't forget the question. He's very well-known, we know, about the action if it doesn't go its way. Will there be a weaker in the party who's going to work with the party despite the outcome of the election if it doesn't favor him?
You asked me a question, so allow me to answer the question.
Sure.
Pastor Osage Ezeyamo, like I was saying, is a very well-known personality, not just in the APC, the All Progressive Congress, but is also very well-known in the entire state. He has a very massive followership across the 192 ward of Edo State. You will recall that in 2007, thereabout, it was his friends, his political machinery that brought in the alternative that we now have in Edo State today. That is from the ACD, in short, from the Grace Group actually. He formed the Grace Group with his friends and the followers and the influence he has garnered over the years. And then that now became a political party. You know, that Grace Group metamorphosed into the political party that produced Comrade Adams Oshomole. So by all standard, he has paid his dues. Not only that, he had a political ambition as at that time because all his life he has prepared, you know, for leadership position. However, when he looked at the dynamics of the state and for equity and fairness, because Edo not, as at that time, have not had the opportunity to produce a governor, he yielded that platform to Comrade Adams Oshomole, you know. But in the end, after Comrade Adams Oshomole was serving at his tenure, he had cause maybe to disagree with Pastor Osage Ezeyamo, and he single-handedly, take note of that, of those words that I use, single-handedly. He single-handedly produced Godwin Obaseki, Phyllis Shaibu, and many other people that were in that government. Of course, that did not go down well with a lot of party members. So, to go straight to your question, Pastor Osage Ezeyamo is a party man. I don't believe that he's going to sabotage the party. But let it be said that if it is what I know, I'm a card-carrying member of the APC. Pastor Osage Ezeyamo, in a free and fair contest, will win the
hold on. You will not answer the question.
Yes. You said
because you talked about him having this influence.
Okay.
And there's this power tussle.
You
if
said
it doesn't go his way,
that's your question.
Yes.
And I'm telling you that if it is what we have on ground, I don't know if you followed. I followed the campaign. Pastor Sageze Yamu seems to be the, I'm coming, let me say this, seems to be the only,
right.
I'm coming, let me land, see, please.
Please land. Seems
to be the only APC aspirant that have gone through the 18 local government. And if you followed, you see that it was a carnival-like, campaign.
Okay, fine.
So I don't see him with the kind of massive followership that he commands. I don't see him not getting the ticket in a free and fair contest. Okay. So the issue of him, the issue of it not going his way may not even arise.
I'll come back to you on that, because when I'm saying that there are this power muscle, Adams Aliyu Shumale, Pastor Sageze Yamu. No, hold on. Okay. So people started throwing insults to comment Adams Aliyu Shumale because of the screaming quote. Anyone who come
Can
to
I
that.
respond
No,
to that?
Hold on. You respond to that. Well, it's your turn right now. I'll come to you, Innocent. Just hold on. They said they are tired of laying foundation.
Yeah.
You understand? And of course, the governor also said he will defeat the perceived anointed one, AI, so to speak. And it's like the sword is drawn. Both men don't want to really back down. Do you think that if it doesn't go in the way of the governor or the perceived anointed one, and somewhere along the line the deputy emerges, talking about testing strength right now of political parties during and after the primaries, do you see the governor's camp, in quote right now, supporting Philip Shaibu's camp if he emerges victorious in the primaries?
Yeah, first of all, artificial intelligence, AI, will emerge. That's me. He will emerge. So for the deputy, he have the right.
He's not cast on stones. What if he loses?
I'm saying he's going to lose. Deputy governor is going to lose it.
No, hold on. What if your own perceived AI loses? What then happens? Testing the strength of political parties.
For me, AI will emerge.
He will not lose. Hold on. Look, I asked him the same question. He said it's going to be a party man. He's going to work with the party.
Yes.
What if AI loses? Is it going to work with Philip Shaibu? Peradventure he wins?
Yeah, he will work. But definitely he will win. He will.
You said he will work with a pinch of salt.
Yes.
Cost.
But he will win. Peradventure, Shaibu emerged.
Yes.
Aswin will work with him. But I know, but Aswin will win the ticket.
Anyway.
That's for me.
He's not cast on stone.
That's my own.
He's not cast on stone.
That's me. All right. That's my own choice.
Okay, fine. Well, people have been making their choices because right now we really have to ask the top questions.
Yeah.
Now, well, if you take a look at the dynamics of your party, everyone is just there walking and walking and walking, trying to see if they can fine-tune the hearts and minds of delegates to fall to their own camp. But as it stands from what we heard, so you have three camps in the PDP.
Yeah.
Don't forget the legacy, and of course the deputy governor, of course the governor's group. Of these three camps, do you think each one bringing out their candidates? How do you feel that? Oh, so their aspirants, sorry. How do you feel this will be conducted?
All right. Like for the legacy group, at the end of it, they are going to work with the governor.
Are you in their mind?
I'm just saying it.
Are you prophesying of what is it? Are you in their mind?
I am just saying it. Well, watch. The legacy group will work with His Excellency when the time comes. Because these people, they understand. They know what they are looking for. So they might come openly to begin to fight, oh, we no go agree. But at the end of the day, as a gentleman agreement, they will go back to their bedroom, to their sitting room. So they look, we have a roadmap. This is what we actually desire for the state. So let us give or take. Let us see how we can agree and move the party forward, which I know they will get to that level. And the real candidate of everybody will emerge. But I'm just speaking my mind. Because I look at the scenario, I look at everything, we're like, oh, wow. So there may be rancor here, there may be rancor here. But behind the scene, talk is going on. They are talking to each other. They are not enemies. So they might come to tell you to insult themselves. But behind the scene, just by talk that, they know how to, all the politics, whether APC, whether Labour, all of them, they communicate. While we are sleeping, they go to their chamber, they discuss. Look, without fighting, what do we do? All right, me, I don't go agree. This one, I say go agree. Oh boy, calm down. They talk to themselves. It is just the followers It is the follower that is actually creating chaos. Because these leaders, they know themselves. They eat, they die, they wine together. While we are sleeping. So it is the follower that is now trying to create problem where there's no problem. Oh, my principal must be this. Since my principal is not getting it, let us begin to cast stone to the that candidate. I think we need to get to the level where we begin to say politics is not a do or die affair. Let us play by the rule and see so that peace can reign. Each time I look at Nigeria today, I cry. When are we going to get to the level whereby we just, okay, now we need the development of this country? Now I talk about the foundation. Now as of today, are you aware Nigeria does not have a roadmap of development? We don't have. And everybody just coming to the scene.
Who told you that?
I'm saying it. Now,
in your own opinion, which might not be correct.
So I have said, for me, I have checked through the country. There is no roadmap to say, okay, 5 years time, 20 years time, 30 years time.
That is not correct.
No, hold on. So we just okay, this is what we want to do. Let's follow this plan. Whoever party that comes in, let us see how to implement this. So because this party have this plan, oh, the other party comes in, destroy this plan. Let me lay on that foundation upon this plan. At the end of the day, he take us nowhere.
All right. I will come back to you. Now, he raised the issue of followers. Are the followers to blame or to be blamed in all of this that is going on right now in various political parties? He said the principals, they know themselves. They cut across political divide. They communicate. They whine. They dine. Their kids know each other. They play with each other. But it's just the followers. Do you mean, does it now mean that the followers have a lot to contribute, so to speak, in these primaries?
Yes, the followers and the leaders as well. Because from the followers, that's where the problem comes from, because they are not being sincere to themselves. And the leaders make the whole process pre-greedy. Because there will be confusion at the end of the day. They don't do what they are supposed to do. They don't follow the constitution which they agreed on from the beginning. That's what is affecting the whole thing. It's the leaders especially.
But he said they whine and dine. The followers are the issue.
That's not true. The wine and dine, that's true. But you see, this whole thing you're talking about, at the end of the day, these followers, okay, before the primaries, let me explain some things. You see, when primary process is going on, the leaders will say, this is my candidate. This is the person you are going to vote for primaries. You see, the problem comes from the leaders because already they've designed it already. They know what they want, and that is what they want. They'll say, okay, vote for this, bring this, nominate it. Okay, the nomination will come before this thing. It's the leader that will tell the followers, this is what you will do. Because you know one thing about politics, it's not one-man affair. But at the end of the day, there's always a meeting before every meeting. That's what affects this whole thing. There's a meeting before every meeting. This is who you vote for. This is my candidate. This is my candidate. At the end of the day, the real person who is supposed to be in that position, they will not attend to that. That's what's affecting it. It makes the whole thing, there will now be confusion at the end of the whole exercise.
All right, now, so you said that the leaders are the ones giving the instructions as opposed to what you said. They said the leaders, they'll give instructions to the meeting before every meeting. You understand? Everything will not become topsy-turvy. After all, even in the APC, each aspirant, like what you rightly said, have followers. And these followers are at each other's throat. All right? Now, from what I heard, they are saying that they are relying on the federal might, so to speak, to pick a candidate for the party in these primaries. How true is that?
Well, that is not correct. That is to say that people are relying on the federal might to pick the candidate for the APC. That is not correct. However, there are rules and regulations guiding party primaries. You know, some of them are embedded in our constitution. the Constitution specifically spells out the three modes of primaries: the direct, the indirect, and the consensus mode of primaries. Now, it is the National Working Committee for our party, that's the APC, that is saddled with the responsibility of conducting gubernatorial primaries.
Are you saying that there's no MP for the federal might? Is that what you're saying right now?
I don't know what you mean by federal might.
Seriously?
Hold on.
So really?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
I don't know what the angle you are looking at the federal might from now. I'm saying that the National Working Committee, that is the federal, if that is what you are talking about.
Because some are saying some are more attached or connected to the federal, and that is going to have an impact in the primaries.
That's what I just said. I don't understand what you mean by the federal might now. But I'm telling you that in the APC, the National Working Committee is saddled with the responsibility of picking the gubernatorial candidates, you know, and they are going to discharge their job. And that is why ab initio, the whatever screening anybody is purported or alleged to have done is null and void from the very beginning, because that is usurping authority.
But
that is not
but some are saying the screening will stand.
The screening was what?
The screening is going to stand. They said they have 6 names right now. That's why I brought up this topic.
No, that's
the
not,
strength of political parties after the primaries.
Wilson, please, let's try and listen to ourselves.
Of course, we were doing that.
And then
because you use the word purported screening will not stand. But some are saying the screening is already there. So you're a member of the party.
So that will educate the public and not miseducate them.
Go ahead.
Now, you become an aspirant in a party after you have bought your nomination and expression of interest form. Now, I can tell you for free that there are about 11 persons in my party that have collected nomination and expression of interest form, including those that you are saying have been screened out. There was no screening, you know. There was nobody like that. I mean, nobody was set up to screen anybody. What I understand was that the aspirants were supposed to interface with themselves and see how the numbers can be pruned down. I've been involved in primary election. There was a particular time, both when I wanted to contest for councillor and when I wanted to contest for House of Assembly, the political parties asked the aspirants to meet each other. One of the things we did then when we sat down together was, if it's not going to be you, who will you prefer to go? Write it on paper and drop it. Do you understand? That's with that little exercise, the leadership were able to gauge that this is somebody that is most popular amongst this person. Please, can you step down? If the person says he's not going to step down, go ahead and buy your form, and then you go to the field and test your popularity. That is what the law says, and that is the rules and regulations. So I can tell you for free that nobody so far has been screened out. If you buy your nomination and expression of interest form, you will appear before the National Working Committee. They will look at your credentials and other criteria that they may set, and then those are the people that will release the final list of those that are to contest the primaries of our party. Let me now also tell you that there is, based on what my brother raised, leadership is important. Followership is also very important. Now, but if the leadership is failing and misleading the people, the ordinary people, now the followers will not take the initiative. That is what leads to revolution in every society. Once the leadership now becomes very oppressive, now becomes very repressive, now become anti-democratic, the people will take the initiative. For instance, in my own ward, for example, I know the number of people I brought into the party. My wife, I'm a card-carrying member. My wife is a card-carrying member. My mother is a card-carrying member. My brother is a card-carrying member. If we see that this leader is going to bring somebody that is going to take Edo State backward, for example, I will not go queue up behind that person.
Are you issuing a threat indirectly?
No, I'm not issuing a threat. I'm telling you what
you're sounding right now. It's like you're issuing a threat indirectly.
No, listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Right.
I'm telling you what I will do as a party person. For instance, if XYZ in the name of leadership tells me to queue up behind somebody I believe or is known to have a questionable character. Do you get what I'm saying? And I believe that that person cannot take the APC or even Edo State to El Dorado. Take it from me that I will not line up behind that person, because there are pretenders in this game. There are contenders actually. And there are those that are just there maybe to make money or to make noise, or in short, there are accidental aspirants. There are aspirants that are out in the field today with an agenda. They know that this is what I want to do. They have a roadmap, such that if you look at the educational sector, you will know that in the next 4 years, this is where this man is taking us to. If you look at the infrastructural structure, the aspect of his agenda, you will know that this is where this man is taking us to. If you look at the sports, because you were a sports presenter at a time, you will know that this is where this man is taking us to. So if you aggregate all of this, if you also look at the security and the welfare of the people, you will know that this man has an agenda. That is somebody that I will queue up behind.
If I didn't know better, I would say you're issuing a threat. But the way you're sounding right now, you are issuing a threat. If he doesn't do this, I will queue behind another person. And that is what is happening in other political party. Over to you right now. Interests. Take it up from there.
Yes, party interest. Each time I talk, I look at myself. What is my interest? What is my contribution? And what do I intend to achieve? Now, I have a goal. Changing the negative narrative. That has been my goal. Now, look at my principal. Look at the governor. I say, wow. I think this man has been able to bring some change. And I'm like, I think I need this change to continue. Based on what I have seen from the federal to state, have this man been able to bring in some things into the system? Yes. That will not food that's okay, good. I think I need this positive narrative to continue. That will also benefit me and my children and those around me.
Yes.
Every party, everybody have their own personal interest. But for me, my own interest remains that the foundation, what the governor has put on ground, I need somebody that will improve on it. That is my own interest. And this interest will benefit all Edolites across board.
Okay.
Across board.
All right. Hold on. It's not your turn. I don't want to react. But now, if the interests of these delegates or card-carrying members of political parties are not met, do you think they will revolt? Because right now, from his body language, already issuing a threat. Say, if you don't bring this leader, I will queue up behind another person. Do you feel that if interests are not satisfied, a party might not be as strong as the ones were after the primaries?
Not at all.
Not at all.
You see, Mr. Wilson,
Yeah.
like I have been saying, the delegates, the leaders of the party, the interest we're talking about now comes from the leaders who nominate those delegates, the leaders of different political party. Those delegates come from the ward. You understand? They bring those delegates from the ward. Before then, they know what they want to do. You understand? They know what they want to do. They've talked into them on what to do. You see, the bringing out them, those delegates, is like they are acting on script. They are acting on script. We should stop deceiving ourselves. That is where this problem is coming from. Who might have good interest on this issue, like my brother just said, the governor is looking for who will continue for where he stopped. It might not even be that person. It might be somebody else. But they should make this thing free and fair from the party, from the different political party. They should make it free and fair. Everybody should go to the field and test themselves. At the end of the day, whoever comes out, they will give him good orientation. This is what you're supposed to do. This is where you continue from. You understand? Because idea of this is my anointed candidate, let's work on this person, let's be behind this person. At the end of the day, because he did not work for it, he will not know the value of that position or whatever he's going for. He will not know the value because he didn't work for it. That is where this problem comes from. This idea of we want to do this, we are doing it because of this, we want it to continue from here, it won't work. And that is our problem. That's where our problem is coming from.
All right. Omonachi, you wanted to react to some of his comments.
Exactly.
And in addition to that, I have large followership. I have popularity. I've been there from the beginning. Don't you think these are some of the elements that might weaken the strength of the party after the primaries if it doesn't go the way of that person that seems to have it all in the party?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. I think I've just said that, like you rightly said, the person with the largest followership in a political party should be given a chance to run. At the end of the day, I don't see why such a person...
I never said that. I'm asking a question.
Yeah,
I never said that.
Yeah.
If it's going to affect the party if it doesn't go the way of that person.
Please, you will allow me to articulate my point.
Go ahead.
I very much believe that the person with the largest followership, as we have seen, and the people know, in person of Pastor Sageze Yamu.
We don't know that.
Excuse me.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
We eventually get the nomination of the All Progressive Congress. That said, I want to let you know that there are a lot of aspirants in the field today, both from the Labour Party and the All Progressive Congress, my party, simply because there's the general belief in those parties and even among the populace, myself inclusive, that this governor has performed abysmally.
Your own opinion?
Yeah, it's my opinion.
Which might not be correct.
Can I state this, that
all right,
this is my personal opinion, and I stand by it and take responsibility, for my opinion, the opinion I'm expressing. That is a monumental failure, such as we have never seen in the history of Edo State.
But what are you going to react to that?
In the history of Edo State. It's unfortunate that our politics has degenerated to the extent that people that are bearing pastor will now come and try to lie on national TV. For instance, at the inception of this administration, we were promised Gele seaport. I don't know if we have Gele seaports today. At the beginning of this administration, we were promised that 200,000 people at least will be employed. But at the end, when it was not questioned about the 200,000 people, 200,000 persons to be employed, the narration not changed that we are going to create the enabling environment. No longer that we are going to employ, and then you see people defending this abysmal failure. Not only that, for the first time in the history of our politics, we saw that our House of Assembly was divided, First of all, they were all elected under the same platform. At another time, we discovered that some persons were not even allowed, to represent their people.
But now we have a full house.
Excuse me, I'm coming. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but we have a full house now.
Yes. I'm not talking of now. We are giving history. We are trying to remind the Edo people what has happened under this administration.
All right.
I've not landed. There are a whole lot of issues that we can go on and on. For the first time in our history, we are seeing that a sitting governor is actually Ogwoba type man. Are you getting what that? I will interpret. I'm coming.
Hope it's not derogatory.
Agwoba is not derogatory. Agwoba Simi. Are you getting me? We grew up to meet this adage. That is, you don't contend with the Oba, is what I've just said.
Okay.
Are you getting me? There are sacred, I'm coming, sir. Let me learn.
Please anchor.
Yeah, let me
Anchor, please. Yes.
There are sacred institutions. For instance, in a democracy, we are not practicing militocracy or what have you. In a democracy, one of the standards is the legislature. For anybody to stampede and impede and bastardize such an institution, that's an aberration and an insult on the people. And then there is also the traditional institution. For the Beninese, it is sacred to us. Are you getting what I'm saying? We reverence the monarch, as a god on earth. For anybody to cast aspersion on such an institution that have endured for over 1,000 years.
All right, thank you.
That is an insult to everyone.
Some might just say that you are saying this because of
failure.
politics. That's what some would just say. You're saying because of political interest. But you've spoken your part. You have the right to it. After all, you're among the team. Go and verify.
Yes.
You said it's an abysmal failure because you are here. I make this to me. So
Yes.
you are here now to say your part.
Yes, it's a shame to see a man whose party brought pain and hardship to the country. As at today, come back fuel. Some filling stations are buying fuel for 650, 700. Diesel, you can't even buy diesel now. A liter of diesel is about $1,200. Dollar has skyrocketed. Things are becoming so difficult. As that same person come on national telly to talk about a working governor that he has failed. A man who his party plagued Nigeria, the entire country.
Are we talking about the national
Hold on. Thank you, because first of all, you said a pastor. So I also need to address you because your own pastor also lied. Let me go there. Now, let me come back to Governor Bacha.
Are you a pastor?
Hold on.
I don't even know. I was not referring to
hold on.
Hold on. I'm monitoring his speech. Please.
I choose my words.
Yes.
You understand? For Governor Obaseki, he said, I'm going to create 200,000 jobs. To my own best of knowledge, he has created more than 500,000 jobs. How? The role of government is to create enabling environment for investors to come in to invest. Now the government, what the government do, the government look at various institutions. Okay, this healthcare, what do I do? Let me work on healthcare, employ persons. Let me work on education, employ persons.
You are interjecting. Let him finish.
Now, if you look at the area of education, the governor have done excellently well. Now, job creation, let us go to Edo Job. As of today, Edo Job is a skill acquisition center. Go and verify that the governor has put on ground where they train Edo people now on how to make soap free, how to sew clothes free, shoemaking free, solar panel free, painting free. Go and verify. Now also have what they call Edo Creation Hub. Virtual Creation Hub, Creative Hub. Go there. We have one of the best equipment in the world where they train talented Edos on different skills. We'll talk about music, we'll talk about comedy. We have the equipment right there at Virtual Creative Hub. Is there. Now we'll talk about Stella Basajo Hospital. Before now, Stella Basajo Hospital was gone. Edo State College of Nursing Science was gone. Nothing to write to me about. As of today, Edo State College of Nursing Science is currently one of the best in sub-Saharan Africa. Go and verify. Now let us go back. I think we need to really open it up right now on national telly. Now let's talk about the issue of sport. By the grace of God, the governor has been able to revive the lost glory of Bede Insurance. Go and verify. The Bermuda Stadium was an open roof, send down the rain. Now it was like that for years until the governor said, no, though we are more knowledgeable, we are good at sport. Let me create an enabling environment where the lovers of sport can now come in. And he rebuilt Bermuda Stadium. The basketball pitch, international standard.
So all you're saying right now, he's not a failure.
He's not a failure.
Okay.
One of the best governors I've ever ruled this state.
Okay, you said he is a failure. You said he's not a failure. But one part, he did contend with the monarch. He said, I go back, see me, they don't drag with the monarch. Where to that part?
All right, the governor does not have anything to drag with it with our monarch, and they are not even contending at all.
Okay.
It is they that are trying to change the narrative because of politics.
All right, I'll allow both of them to go head on because both have their interest to protect. Well, to call it a wrap on this segment, 1 minute each. Do you think that parties remain the same? Their strength, their tests in unity, oneness will be the same after the primaries? You go first. 1 minute.
If they do things accordingly as one party, transparency and the leaders should be fair in whatever they are doing. That's the only way and why there will be one party to work with one mind at the end of primaries.
All right. Thank you so much, Innocent. And so, sir, you are like, I don't know what happened to you this morning, but go ahead, your 1 minute.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm very certain that if the rules and regulations are followed and a level playing field is given, the most popular candidate in our party will emerge, and at the end of the day, that candidate will beat hands down every other contender, especially because the ruling government today is a monumental failure.
But he said they are not failing. Your own last line, please.
Yes, for me, I just want everybody to play the role by the game and to ensure that peace flow across the political party, because we cannot entertain chaos in our state. But I know the candidate of Absolute Igodalo will emerge one of the states.
You said, look, nobody have the right to say this way. They have other aspirants.
Yes,
and they have the right to contend. They might, because they ask, what if it fails? He says he's going to support tribal people that emerge. What if it fails? He says he's going to support anybody.
That is it.
But somewhere along the line, you guys said you're not going to work with the party if your aspirant doesn't come up.
I never said
so. You work with the party.
No, we work with the party.
You work with the party.
We are party members.
Anybody that emerges.
Yes, of course. And we believe the best will emerge.
You've heard them. Let's see if their comment will stand the test of time. It's just February. Let's see how the parties will fare, how their strength will be like after the primaries. One said the governor is a monumental failure. The other one said no, the governor is a huge success. Let's just see how all this will pan out. Gentlemen, thank you so much. We'll be right back after this break to take a look at the situation in the country. Don't go away.